Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. I'm excited to be talking with you guys all again, and I look forward to chatting with you guys every Sunday. Got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. As you can see, I'm wearing a new hoodie. Been wearing this hat for a little bit here because I love it. But yeah, this is stuff here from RBM Jigs slash Lake Effect Lures. They have some excellent stuff. I brought a bunch of their tackle on tonight to show off. Also, I figured I know a lot of you probably have questions about the fur prices. So I have my fur price list of what I sold for here. So for those of you that want to talk about furs, I got that too to talk about. Also, I caught my first ermine the other day. It wasn't my first ever, but first of the year. And I have a weasel trap here. So I figured we could talk about weasel trapping too for anybody that wanted to talk about that. But fishing is coming up really quick. Hey, sis. We actually had decent ice. Well, start anyway. I won't say it was safe. My friend Shane that comes on here, he was out last week. It wasn't quite safe. I would not have pushed it for anybody to go out there, but he did manage to get on the ice. He was catching some fish, so it is going to be really soon. The ice did go away, however, because we've got this crazy weather going on right now. It warmed up. We've had a lot of rain, some super high winds. So yeah, the ice is gone, but I'm not too scared. It's going to come back pretty quick. Hey there, how's it going, hometown? Hey, Steven. Thank you so much too. Steven sent me some great Christmas gifts the other day. He sent me a really nice warm hood that I'm going to be wearing out ice fishing. I'm pretty excited to have that. And he sent me, you guys know how much I love the Z-Man lures, all the Ned rigs and stuff, and he sent me some of that. So I'm really happy to have that. He also sent me some chase baits that I'd never seen before. I'm also excited to try those. It's going to be a fun spring. I've still got all this winter to go, though. I'm going to have a lot of fun this winter. But yeah, Steven's hooked me up with some really cool stuff, and I know this spring is going to be killer. We are going to slay some big bass, pike, hopefully walleye. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool that you did. Yeah. Up here, the ice hasn't been that great yet, but and it's gone now. Like all the places are gone. But hey, Tony. Hey there, Dan. Yeah, I am actually. The only reason that I don't have any out at this moment is because me and Rich went duck hunting on Saturday, and today I actually went out and fixed my motor. My buddy Bill in Alpena got how it goes. If it does go good though, I'm going to put another trap line out, and I am setting a cat line. I will have a few cat traps out, but mostly I'm going to be running a big coon line this week with this warm up we got coming on. There's going to be a lot of coons, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I'll be setting some traps for some coyotes, some fox. We're going to be running a whole different river line this week, so I hope you guys enjoy those. Hey, Jason, what's happening, brother? Hey, Josh. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I hope you have a good day, good night at work, Josh. Thank you. Absolutely, Steven. Yep, getting together. Hopefully, I can get you out on the river. We can both pound some fish with those Ned rigs. That'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time for sure. So, but yeah, as for those of you that watched, I did a mail call the other day. The new company that I'm hooked up with, RBM Jigs, Lake Effect Lures, they sent me a bunch of really great stuff, and I wanted to show it off. I am getting even more stuff. The jigs, I didn't even get a bunch of jigs yet, so you'll still have a lot of jigs to check out. But I have a new rod here that I didn't get to show yet. So I got two of their rods and a whole bunch of their eye catchers, plastics, and some of their jigs to show off. So duck hunting, it wasn't that good, man. I mean, it was hard because where we hunted, the first place we went to on Van Etten, it sucked. I got there bright and early, way before anybody. And when I went to get out of the truck to go down, there was flashlights. I don't know where these people came from, but they were there the whole time. And I mean, I sat there for a half hour. They never even. I don't know where they came from. They could have at least warned me that they were there. So I ended up hunting with a couple guys that I met. Me and Rich hunted with them, and I only got the one mallard drake. We did shoot another mallard, but it landed way out on the ice. An eagle ended up getting that, and we got a merganser. But my mallard drake was my first ever triple curl. For those of you that don't know what that is, mallard drakes have what's called a curly Q feather, and it's really cool. They got neat curls on their tail, on the tail feathers. And I get doubles all the time, but I've never got a triple, and I finally did. So I'm gonna get it mounted. It was a really cool looking duck, beautiful colors. Yeah, so that's gonna be another mount I'm having done. My buddy Matt Shimming down in Ohio is gonna be mounting for me. I do, Jason. Actually, I have fished out there quite a few times. I will tell you though that it is when we get snow on the ground, good luck getting down there, dude. Because even in the summertime, that launch is a rough one. That is it's hard to get down because it's really steep. It's got big old holes. I mean, it's just a nasty launch. And once you add snow and ice, and it's really steep, you'll get stuck. I don't care if you got even with four-wheel drive in the summer, it can be a pain. It's I wouldn't go there in the winter at all. Not to mention, it's not that great. It's a great bass lake. Some small pike. I've never got anything great out of there, but the pan fishing, I don't know. I wouldn't. There's so many better lakes. I definitely wouldn't recommend going there. Hey, Ian, how's it going, brother? Oh, heck yeah, Dan. That's good, man. Very cool. Yeah, I don't have any of my own mounts, so I'm really excited to get this stuff done. Matt Shimming down there, I think it's called Wildlife Memories, is in Ohio. I'll share his link one of these days, but he's going to do my redhead and my mallard drake, and he does an amazing job. So really looking forward to that. Yeah, no problem, Jason. Hey, the Northern Veins, how's it going? Yeah, it won't be long, man. That's funny, Luke. You were probably part way asleep and you heard it. You didn't even have this on. You just heard bass and you heard the ringing in your ears. That's awesome. Yeah, I was talking though about some fishing for sure. I want to show off these rods. First off, I'm going to show the one that you guys have not got to see yet. In the video the other day, I did show off that panty stopper that I got. However, yesterday I received the panty popper rod. Now this thing, the panty stopper is orange. They're really, I'll tell you, I'm a fan of bright colors as it is. No matter what it is, I love bright colors. But this like robin egg blue, I love it on this rod. It's just beautiful. This right here is a panty popper made by Lake Effect Lures, RBM Jigs. Really, to me, that this is an ultralight. That is the perfect. I have a lot of fun with this. You guys are going to see me pulling crazy fish. I love the logo Lake Effect. It's going to be really cool. Plus, I've never had a rod that, in order to tighten up this, you screw the end in like that. It's pretty cool. I have to say that they put a lot of quality, a lot of good workmanship into their tackle and gear. This is going to be really great. So I'm pumped for this, guys. But yeah, this one here is the panty popper rod. Highly recommend checking it out. If you go to lakeeffectlures.com, you can check out their prices. You get 10% off if you use discount code all capitals LToutdoors. We will be on the ice soon. Yeah, no problem, Jason. I get it. But yeah, I'm always happy to talk about spots. Oh, Luke, that's cool. It is going to be good, man. Yep. Yeah, it's cool. I love how that thing screws on like that. It's also, I got to give it to them too, man. The case that they sent these in, it's a nice case. I mean, it's got all the info on there. This one's 28 inches. It says ultra light. And this one here, this has a different tip. I really like this one. We did have ice. Hey, Jason, we did have ice, but it never, Shane was out fishing on it like 2 inches. I'm all about getting on 3, and I'll even go on 2 3/4, but you ain't gonna get me on 2. No way. But yeah, if we wouldn't have got this warm up, I would have definitely been out this week. But now we got the warm up, rain, wind. The ice is screwed up right now, but the temps are looking good after this week, especially now that the water has cooled down. Once it gets a chance to cool down, it freezes a lot faster. We won't have that wait time. And I think after a week, week and a half of that cold temp that we got coming, we'll be on the ice for sure. Oh, very nice, Ian. Heck yeah, buddy. I heard you got some discounts going on down there. Hey, Bob. Now this one, this is that panty stopper. This is the one that I was showing in my video the other day. Now this one has a very unique tip. I think this is cool. This tip right here, it's a lot like a spring bobber. It is so sensitive. It's going to eliminate. I'm not going to even need a spring bobber on this because this is so sensitive. But it's the whole rod itself isn't. I'm going to tell you right now, catching fish on a sensitive rod is a lot of fun. Okay, but too much sensitivity can be a really bad thing. I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a rod that is nothing but whippy, it's going to be hard to get a good hook set on a big fish, especially walleye. They got a strong jaw, but also, it's hard to keep the fish on too because you can't keep it tight. Something like this is perfect. You've got that sensitive tip. You've got enough play where it's going to be fun, but at the same time, it goes to straight backbone. This ain't messing around. You're going to have some fun with the rod tip and the midsection, but the rest of this, man, it's like party in the front and work in the back. This is going to be good. It's going to be great. Again, they have the cool. I love how that works. How you can tighten it there. Again, too, with the colors, they do such a cool job with these. Baby blue and this orange. I mean, I could not ask for better colors, guys. Um, I highly recommend. I think this one they are sold out of at the moment. But as soon as you get the chance, if you're looking for a new ice rod this year, I recommend these. These things I think are going to last forever. They're beautiful. They're very, very well made. Just good, strong rods. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, the panty popper, that's a good one, Jason. Heck yeah, buddy. You're going to love it. I sure am, man. It's funny. I have never had a rod that is mention that, Jason, because I was actually messaging the owner today and talking to him, and I told him we need to make a panty dropper, and that should be like our medium action rod for walleyes. I think the name, yeah, I get it. It's some people might think it's a little too much, but I also think that the name alone will sell. I think people would buy that. What's going on, Chad? It's been an all right week. My furs didn't sell for what I had expected, so that's something else I wanted to talk about tonight, guys. I didn't end up making. I was like dollars off from what I thought I'd make, so I'm not even able to catch up all the way on my bills. But no, I don't think I've seen that tip up. I'll have to check that out. I'm always up for looking at new tip ups. Although I don't know, man, I got so addicted to those automatic fishermen that it's hard for me to go back to tip ups again. But yeah, I've got this is something I have collected for many years. This is actually the price list from my first sale. I always like to collect these just so I can look back many years and see what the prices were. What kind of sucks is this year's pricing is a lot like it was when I first started when I was 14 years old. There's really nothing good going on. For 2 otters, I only got $25. I did get $2 for a weasel. That's not bad. 5 coons, I got $4.25 a piece for. $2 for a skunk. I had 1 coyote given to me, but it was shot. If you guys shoot one and it's got a big hole in it, you're not going to get much. I got $2 for that, but it would have been worth a lot more had it not been shot up. The beavers, I think, is what hit me the most. For my big beavers, you guys seen, I got a lot of 40 between 40 and 50-pound beavers, $5.50 was the most that I made on those big beavers. That was harsh. That was definitely hard to take. The only thing that I can say to back that up, to say that it was worth it, is the castor glands that I take out of the beavers. I brought 16 beavers to sale with me. And for the beaver castor, I made $180 for just over 2 pounds. So that's not too bad. That definitely helped. No, it was shot right through up by the shoulder, and it was a big, big hole. What's happening, Trappin'? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I am. Thanks, sis. I did want to mention that. I'm getting really, really close to 4,000, and I honestly never seen this come. If I can hit 4,000 though by New Year's, if you guys can help me out with that, I'm sure you guys already have, so we might not have any wiggle room. If you can tell your outdoorsy friends about the channel, and I can hit 4,000, I'll do a big giveaway after 4,000. So if I can hit that before New Year's, we'll do a big old giveaway, see how that goes. But I am excited, though, to see that I keep climbing, a little bit here and there. And, yeah, just blows me away, especially the fact that everybody's loving my trapping videos. It's great to see that stuff. Possums, guys, I did have 3 possums I took to sale. I got $3 a piece for them. The female mink was only $3. That was stretched and dried. I've never got less than $7 for a female mink, so that was rough. Muskrat prices, I've been talking it up all season. It dropped $1 when I got there. He told me that if I wanted, I could hold off for a couple months and sell because he thinks they're going to go up. But problem is I'm trying to play catch up on bills, so I had to sell. I just had to, and I only got $4.25 for tops on muskrat, fleshed and dried. I'm not going to say that's the worst I've ever gotten, but it's close. So yeah, those are the prices, guys. I sold a lot of animals, and it just was not that good. I got $792.50 out of all those animals, plus the 2 pounds of castor. So yeah, it was kind of rough. Yeah, Bob, I agree, man. That's really, really bad. Use all the fur, and that's just becoming something they don't want to do anymore. So I see I got 31 people watching. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, please do. I appreciate it. If you hadn't seen already, you'll have to watch again later, but I did show off 2 of the awesome rods from RBM Jigs and Lake Effect Lures. I will be showing the lures here in a minute. They've got some really cool stuff. Hey, Robert, what's happening, buddy? Hey, Ray, what's going on, dude? Yeah, actually it will. Yep, that's something it's funny. People don't know how that works. It's something we learned in biology, like the warmer water freezes faster. It's something, if you don't believe me, do it yourself on a test. Fill your ice cube tray with hot water, fill another one with cold, see how fast the one forms ice, because it will be the hotter water that does. It's kind of weird how that works. But yeah, the fact that we thawed out, we're getting a little bit warm, and then going back into really cold, it's going to freeze up far faster now. And I think it's going to be better ice, because this ice we had before, it had already been subject to a bunch of snow, a bunch of wind. I mean, it would have been bad, even if it was going to stick around for a bit. It wouldn't have been the best ice. It would have been nasty. So yeah, I think we are going to get some good ice here starting next week. Yeah, man. Luke, I'll tell you, it was hard, dude. And the guy, I know he doesn't screw me over, because the guy that I sell to, I've been selling to him since I was a little kid. His name's Ralph. He runs J&K Fur Exchange in Whittemore, and he pays me what's the prices that are going for. So yeah, I can't hold it against him. It's just it's the countries, man. That's how it goes. We got to get, Russia and China and Greece. They were like really good fur buyers. We got to get back into that. Missed last week, Borges for a heart attack. Who had a heart attack, Robert? Hey, Mike. Yeah, that's the thing, Bob. I'm trying. Well, I just started getting into another little side job, I guess. I bought the domestic beetles, so I am going to be doing Euro mounts now for people. I'm also doing them for myself. I'm going to be cleaning up all the skulls. I'm talking beaver, muskrat, mink, weasel, raccoon, possum, rabbit, cleaning all the skulls and selling them. So for anybody that wants to buy skulls, I will be selling those. And I'm also doing Euro mounts, cleaning for people. And I'm going to be the cheapest guy up here for that too. So taxidermy.net. All right, I'll have to look that up and see. Yeah, I've got some friends that are taxidermists. I'll have to talk to them. Hey, good job, buddy. Yeah, it's always fun getting a red, man. Oh, dang, Rob. I'm glad you're doing good, man. That's not nothing to mess with. No, I don't think I've ever heard of those, Mike. I think you mentioned the one the other day, and yeah, I don't ever heard of it. All right, I'm going to show off this tackle, guys. This is all that new stuff. I showed it in my opening video, but I figured I'd show you guys a little more in depth on here. This is what they call the eye catchers. These are really cool. They're a lot like a jigging wrap, except I think they're going to be better because they have a more slender body and they're a little bit taller. I think these things are going to jig better in the water. Not to mention their colors are outstanding. This glow tree toad one is definitely one of my favorites. They also, I know there's a lot of fans out there of Fire Tiger. It's always been a go-to color. They got their own color of Fire Tiger, which I think is outstanding. It's going to do really good. Like I said, if you guys want any of these lures, go to lakeeffectlures.com. Discount code all caps LToutdoors, 10% off. They've got a lot of good stuff though. Okay, Bill. Well, what I'll do, I'll go into one of my taxidermy shops up here and just talk to them and see what they're, what they're willing to do. I know there's a guy I talked to online, and he sells to taxidermists, and he does make a little more money, so that might be the way I got to go. But the problem is, I know they're not going to buy in the bulk that I get. Like 200 rats, I highly doubt they'll want to buy. Yeah, that's true, Luke. Yep, I got a freezer full. I don't need that anymore. Hey, sounds good, Ray. Yeah, that sounds real good, man. I'll be ready soon, I'll tell you that. I'm going to be doing it quick, so. This is another good color, guys. This is the red leopard. Check that out. I think that's going to be an excellent color. It's almost got the perchy look to it, but it's got chartreuse. Come on now. Everything works with chartreuse. Hey, Swampy, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Woodward. I actually just talked about it a few minutes ago, so you might have to back it up to go check it out. But I went and sold this week at the fur buyer. I went and sold all my furs. I did sell to a few of my subscribers, though. I mean, if you guys are ever interested in any of the furs that I catch, let me know. I'll send them to you. All you'd have to do, obviously, because they're not tanned, you just have to take them, somewhere to have them tanned. But if you pay to have them tanned, it's something that can last you forever. So for those of you that don't trap, but you'd like to have a beaver rug or something hanging in your house, it wouldn't hurt. So you can always buy from me. All you gotta do is let me know what you'd like to have, and I can try and get it for you. Hey James, how's it going, brother? That's good, Swampy. I'm all right, man. It's been kind of a crazy week going back on the river tomorrow. That's a good one, Luke. That's true, though, man. I'm telling you, chartreuse has always been one of the top dogs in my box. Yeah, rats would do a really good hat or a pair of gloves. Right now, the muskrats, if you're personally into selling them, wait for a couple months. My fur buyer told me that the prices might go up. He's expecting that to happen, but I only got $4.25 was my highest for muskrats, and I averaged $2.50. So pretty rough, guys. Pretty rough. I had 67 rats that went for only $2.50. That's that's a hard one to swallow. Yeah, trapping's definitely rough. It's not it's not easy. It's funny. A lot of the people that get into they're usually, all psyched for that first season, but basically if you don't make it through the first 3 weeks of trapping season, if let's say you trap 1 week and then you're done, that's going to tell you right there how the rest of your trapping life's going to go, because you got to put up with a lot of crap to trap. You really do. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, strenuous, but I personally I love it. I wouldn't stop for anything. So yeah, yep. You got to have the right kind of love for that too. So no, I wish I would have kept my otters though, because I'll tell you, they were another one that kind of kicked me. I only got $25. That was for two otters. That's together for the two. That's bad, real bad. The only fur that I kept, see, I needed the money, and I'm still not even caught up on bills, so I had to sell. That's just something I had to do. But um, I did keep the one buck mink. He's getting tanned, so I do have that. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Luke. It is. It's all high quality stuff. So that's true, Swampy. Yep. Yeah, that's what he was saying, James. They're supposed to possibly go up. Mink ranches, which I personally, I'm not going to get political. I don't understand this at all, but supposedly the mink ranches all got COVID, right? The mink. So they slaughtered off the mink for the mink ranches, and now there was no mink ranches. So basically, all that ranch mink is what kind of kept the muskrat prices down for a while, because muskrat is kind of a cheaper version of the mink, but yeah, it's I think muskrat's going to go up a little because of the fact that the ranch mink are out of the picture now. Yeah, sometimes it does, Swampy, but you know what? Sometimes it doesn't. You might hang on to that fur longer than you wish to, and then it ends up getting freezer burnt one way or another through the bag, and then it's toast. So I've had that happen. Hey Art, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, Art actually sent me a pair of Conibear setters, so from now on I won't be killing my hands out there. Yeah, I do. I skin everything myself. Yep. I even flesh and dry and all that stuff. 20 deer. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. This time of year though, that's usually how it is, especially as we get further into winter, they pack together in their little herds, and that's I think that's the funnest part about hunting late season, because usually when you see a deer, there's a bunch coming. They seem to all be together. Yeah, thanks, Art. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it, guys. It might not seem like much, but it does help. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Swampy, back in 2012, muskrats hit an all-time high. They were getting 14 bucks for muskrats back then. So it was pretty crazy. That's true, Tony. It is. It's about, well, it's about supply and demand, but it's also, well, I guess that'd be on the demand part. But see, demand, a lot of people think that it's just US, but it's definitely not. We count on the US is a and it's mostly because of all the anti people out there, the people that are against wearing fur, all that stuff. So the US is a very small portion of any fur sale. I mean, how many times do you see people walking around with fur anymore? It doesn't happen much. But countries like China, Russia, especially Russia, that's a big. They wear a lot of fur over there. But even China, sometimes they go through. It depends on what kind of what the fad is. If they're into wearing stuff like that, then it's going to go crazy. But if not, also depends on what kind of a relationship we have with those countries. So there's a lot of factors. A lot of factors. Good, Art. I'm glad you're doing good, buddy. I do trap them, yeah, James, but I didn't this season. I'm setting. I mentioned it earlier. I am going to be setting a line. This week, I'm going to be running a different line on the river. It's going to be a dirt line, mostly for raccoons, but I'm going to be setting for fox and coyotes and anything else I come across, especially bobcat. I'm going to try and get my cat. So yeah, 2012 was it, really. Oh man. Well, hopefully tomorrow's better for you, buddy. Hey there, Rick. How you doing? I hope Braden's doing better, man. I'm sorry to hear about that. I didn't know he was sick. Coyotes are doing. They've been up for quite a while, but otters have been way down. They were up really awesome for a long time, but if you ask me, $10 and $15 for an otter, that is not worth it, man. Not for those animals. I've seen them go over $100. So the fact that I got $10 and $15 for them, that's stupid. That's true, Bill. Yep, that's true. Honestly, if it wasn't for people like me, I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I kind of wish there was some antis on here because this would be a good way for them to learn something, educate some people. But yeah, when I brought my furs to the fur buyer, he was actually shocked by how many holes they had for them to learn something, educate more. I did when I was a kid. These were bite holes. You get that mostly in the spring when they're breeding and fighting, but not right now. These were all because they're overpopulated, way too many. They're fighting over what little territory they have, and eventually it's going to turn into those bites and sores are going to fester. They're going to turn into disease, and that's how populations get wiped out. Things like that happen. So if it wasn't for people like me going out and just trapping for the heck of it, those populations would get overdone and they'd get ruined. So it does more harm than anything. Yeah, actually it was, Luke. I'm happy I did it because those trapping videos got just as many views as my ice fishing videos. So it was really crazy. Yeah, I agree, Swampy. I agree. Oh, jeez. I wouldn't doubt that, Mike. Aw. Well, give him a hug for me when you get the chance, Rick. Well, thanks, Lois. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I sure try. I mean, I I preach what I can about what I believe in. So I agree, Bob. I really hope someday that the stuff goes up and people realize that it's a good thing to do. One day, hopefully. I I totally get what you're saying, James. I was so hard put. I wanted to keep my otters. I really did because they were big, they were beautiful. It's something that doesn't happen to me very often, and it hurt for me to sell them that price. It really did. Hey, Conquest. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy it. I'm happy that a lot of you enjoy those videos. I really am. I am gonna keep trying to keep getting those videos out there because it means a lot to me that you guys, enjoyed the trapping. I thought it was gonna be a bomb. I thought a lot of people were gonna, leave because of it, but no. In fact, if anything, I'm hoping that kids were watching it and decided, hey, I want to try this, and hopefully some kids get some traps for Christmas. That's all I can say. I did not do much deer hunting. I did not. I got one deer. I got a doe during bow season, and then that was it. I only rifle hunted opening day after that guy trespassed. I just gave it in. I didn't want to deal with it. Oh yeah, thanks sis for mentioning that. Anybody that wants to help the channel in any way, shape, or form, it does help. Believe me, it helps out a lot. I have a website. It's called Patreon.com. You can become a patron on there. Even $1 a month, believe it or not, would help every little bit. So if for all of you that become patrons on Patreon.com, means the world to me, and I am happy that I can show your names on the videos. I love all you guys for what you do. Oh, thank you, Conquest. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm definitely gonna keep trying, man. I'm ready for ice season. I'm still gonna be pumping out some trapping videos and stuff, but it's gonna be a good season. We got a lot of stuff coming. Yeah, see, that's another thing too, Bill. Just like I'm glad you mentioned that. Just like the muskrats that I'm trapping now that are all chewed up and have issues. Um, Raccoons are the same thing, believe it or not. I know a lot of people are, oh, they're cute, they're cuddly. Why you hurting them? I'll tell you right now, it's so very easy for raccoons to get overpopulated, and they will carry all kinds of diseases, and it'll spread fast and totally decimate populations. Especially distemper became a big thing. I do nuisance animal control work on the side. I catch tons and tons of animals. I do a lot of releasing, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have had the past couple years, I've had more distemper um, calls than anything, and it's because of the overpopulation. And it spreads quick, just like mange. Mange is the same thing. If you've got one that starts with mange and they're overpopulated, get ready. It's going to be like a wildfire. It's going to spread all over. And I know that it's going to help the population altogether. Personal traps, it's going to help all in all for the entire population. Yeah, it definitely does, Bill. You're right. I mean, it's an all-day job for me. Yeah, you did, Jason. Yeah, that was a nice doe, man. Good job. Yeah, I appreciate that, Art. I love all of you. Trust me, more than you'll ever know. And every little bit counts. But YouTube does take 60% of any donation. So don't get very much from anything from YouTube. So that's why I like Patreon. They take, I think, 2%. So it's really, I barely see anything come out of there. So if you want to help the channel, please become a patron on Patreon. It's really a great site. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Luke. Yeah, I do have the propane cook stoves and stuff. I could definitely do that. That's funny, Woodward. Well, I'll tell you, I have a lot of, I don't know if you've been through them, but I have a lot of really great ice fishing videos. Personally, I like to go through all my old videos and watch them because they're really great. Yeah, fur prices do hurt the population. People never understand that because when the prices are down and there's nobody trapping, then those animals are just going to get overpopulated. Yeah, that's some scary stuff, Bill. Every time I get a call from anybody that says that they got a coon acting weird out in the yard, he's real sluggish, he's got boogery eyes, I tell them keep your dogs away from it because that's something that could easily. Um, I wouldn't always worry about that, James, because there's so many factors that could come in. Coyotes, I know, fight a lot, especially over territory. Who knows? She could have crossed over into somebody else's territory and got ganged up on. I've noticed a lot of cuts from barbed wire fences. They get hung up in fences quite a bit when they're jumping or trying to get underneath of them. But yeah, a lot of times though the bites are coming from territorial, from other dogs that are just territorial with them. So yeah, 60% Swampy. That's no joke. Yep, 60%. That is exactly what YouTube takes from us. So that is why we don't make much money on YouTube. Yeah, that would be fun, Bob. I've done some cooking. I made some really good. I don't know how to say it right. Robin does, but barbacoa, something like that. I made some beaver barbacoa. That was really good. I'd never done that before with it, but it was great. Also, I did the other day. I did chili, and I had muskrat in there. That was good. But usually, I just don't have time. I'm doing all this in the slow cooker and stuff, and I'm only doing it real fast, so I've got something to eat when I get home because I'm gone all day. I'm barely home. Ruby hates it. I'm barely home anymore. Yeah, the younger coyotes definitely get bitten too. Yep. Oh, that's cool, Woodward. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, there is a lot of great videos. I don't like to brag up my channel too much, but I really love my ice fishing videos. I can watch them all over again. And then the trapping videos I think are great too. But yeah, Robin knows. All right, guys, I showed you the eye catchers. I'm gonna show you a little bit more of this other stuff here. These are, which I told you earlier, I don't have a lot of these yet. I am getting more. These are their tungsten jigs. The 3 millimeters are super tiny, but I'm going to tell you right now why these are going to be something you're going to want in your box. If you're ever on a lake, and let's say it's usually midwinter, usually in general. Let's say you're pan fishing and the bluegills are coming up and they're just bumping your lure and backing away. If they're doing stuff like that, or if you can't see because you don't have a camera or the water ain't clear, if you're just getting a bump and that's it, and you can't hook them or they're not taking it all the way, it's usually because they're finicky. If you downsize, I mentioned this last winter a lot. If you downsize to something as tiny as this 3 millimeter jig, it can make all the difference in the world to a finicky fish. Believe it or not, these little tiny jigs work wonders. If those fish are just coming in and bumping it, and you throw a tiny jig on instead, they're going to come in. They're not going to mess around. They're going to swallow it. I'm really happy to have these. They've got great colors. These two here like that with like pink or red polka dots. Really good. So those are going to be excellent. Scrap tacos. Oh, that's cool, man. I like that, Bob. Yeah, it's sad really because my metal detecting is actually my least favored videos, but I'm still going to do it because it's one of my favorite things in the world to do. So even though I know trapping and ice fishing and stuff seems to be where it's at, I am going to continue to metal detect, forage, everything because that's just how I live life. Yeah, you know what, Dan? I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't know if I ever showed it. I need to show it in a video. Maybe tomorrow I'll set them and show them. But my one friend made me some colonies. Those two, I know you've seen them. The two big friend made me some colonies. Those two, I know you've seen them. The two big ones I have in the videos. The one that I got the 7 rats in. He actually made a little shelf in there that would stop the rats from doing that. Because what they do, he made a shelf that came down and went off on an angle. They get up and get jammed into that shelf. The door sits underneath that shelf. So it could get jammed with 3 or 4 up here in the top, and that door is still freely working. So if you, I recommend making something like that. Just add a little shelf above your door to stop that, because that happens. It's a guarantee every time. You know, the rats get jammed, they bite on it and get stuck, and they're going to block it. So yeah, but the way he made that trap was just awesome, and it definitely helps. Oh, gold jigs I love, Luke. You kidding? The gold, or actually gold and chrome, are two of my all-time favorite colors for everything, through especially ice fishing. They just make great jigs, and I think what I love most about RBM lures, and RBM, or Lake Effect lures, is the fact that they are. I've never seen a lure company take gold and chrome and add different colors to the gold and chrome. These guys have like gold Wonder Bread, chrome Wonder Bread. I mean, those are going to be ridiculous, man. I cannot wait to use those under the ice, because anything with gold or chrome is good. You throw on some extra dots of red or anything like that, and they're phenomenal. These are the 4mm jigs. They're slightly bigger. That is the Valentine color. Obviously, it's white with more like pink and red polka dots. That's, I know Valentine's going to be one of my favorite colors, uh, just because I do good with anything white polka dots, but especially um, the reddish colors on them. Hey Terry, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, we got this little spring weather coming up again. Um, it's funny though, because we did have some ice. Shane was actually, that's usually on here. He was out ice fishing last week, but he was on about 2 inches, and I'm not doing that. I'll go 2 3/4, but I'm definitely not doing 2 inches. But yeah, it won't be long at all now. I think it's going to be 2 weeks tops. We're going to have some really good ice. Oh yeah, the lake effect warning. I like that too. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Luke. Definitely. That's something that I like to mention, even though I know a lot. Well, most of you are from Michigan brand. These jigs are. So I really like pushing stuff like that. Um, these here are the 5mm. So these are the biggest ones that they make. Oh, I'm glad I pulled this color out, because this is what I was talking about. This is the Chrome Wonder Bread. Like I said, Wonder Bread in general has always been a wonderful color. It's got all kinds of different colors of polka dots. That's what makes it the Wonder Bread. But the fact that they did this on chrome, they also have one on gold. These are going to kill. These are going to be just really, really good lures. I'm super pumped to have these to try out this year. I'm hoping at one point I'll be able to get enough. I'll try and order a bunch so I can do a giveaway with some of this stuff for you guys. But they're just all around great people. That's one thing I want to say. I will never push a company if the people, or let's say they're bad people, but they have good product. I won't push them. I only like pushing stuff for people that are down to earth, good-hearted people, because that's the kind of people that I want to see make it in the world. I could care less about the people out there full of themselves. The people that are in charge here of RBM lures and Lake Effect lures, wonderful people. They're doing a good job with everything they do. So that is a big reason why I'm going to push for them. Also, I can tell they make quality products. I won't push for something that's just junk. I'll never do that. I don't care. They could offer me $1 million and I'd be like, no, that's crap. And I'll be honest, but this is all really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. What's your suggestion, Swampy? Oh no, that's crazy, Dan. Well, I'll tell you, some of my videos I pointed out that my I noticed my colonies were getting like slid down the drop off, and I know that's because there was a rat jammed in the door. Another rat hit the trap hard enough that he slid it down the sand. That is a problem they have. I think I don't even know what company makes the bulk of colony traps. My buddy's the one that made the ones I'm using now, but they really do need to factor in that and make it better because my buddy John Coretti made specialized one with that gap so the rats can get stuck in the gap instead of the doorway. Makes a huge difference. Huge difference. Yeah. No, believe it or not, Terry, I've actually lost 60 pounds. That's something I thought I'd mention too, guys. I posted on Facebook last night, but I have actually lost 60 pounds since I started this new stuff in the it's like late summer when I went to sugar-free pop and not drinking. I haven't drank alcohol. It's been a year on the 10th. So I'm doing really good there. All the work I'm doing with trapping, that's a heck of a workout, but it's hard to tell because I'm always wearing big old hoodies and stuff. But guys, I am down to 209. I haven't been that low in a long time. I'm gonna try and get down to like 160. So, oh yeah, Chrome Wonder Bread, you gotta get Luke. It is so cool. I was shocked that they had it, man. When I seen because I've never seen Wonder Bread in that kind of color mashup, but that is, that's gonna kill. That's gonna be excellent. Yeah, that might help, Dan. I don't do that swampy because honestly, I'm gonna tell you don't want. I don't even put them in rails because traveling coons and feeding coons are a different story. They got their travel ways, which are basically highways, but they're not planning on eating right in the middle of their highway. They're using that to travel from a feed place to a bed place. So if you let's say you catch one in your dog proof in the middle of that trail, all you're doing is cutting off that coon right there is going to stop the other coons. If let's say there's three of them coming down that trail, the other ones are going to freak out and go back. I can almost guarantee you on that. And you're going to end up missing all of them because of that. So instead, when I see a nice trail, I put my traps out in front of the trail head where they're coming by their bedding area. You'll catch them, but your best bet is always where they're going down to feed. So I like to follow the trails down to where I know they're eating stuff. If I find a bunch of poop, hey, they're definitely doing something here. I put a bunch of traps down, but no, I've if I had the 1/6 conibears, I would set them in the trails. But if I did that, I would chain them off so that they could, when they get trapped, they can roll off the side of the trail or something. But you definitely don't want coons stuck in the middle of the trail. It ain't going to be good. I actually got the boat motor fixed today, buddy. I was talking about that earlier. I'm pretty excited about that. My buddy Bill helped me fix it up in Alpena. So tomorrow I'm going to be taking that out. Hopefully it works good. Hopefully it works good. I'll tell you, Terry, it was crazy. I never thought in a million years I'd lose 60, but a couple months ago I was so happy because I lost 20. So I knew I was getting there. But last night I figured I'd try and weigh myself because I hadn't done it in a long time. I know my clothes ain't fitting very good. Yeah, I might have to scrap myself down, Jason. Hey Mark, how you doing, buddy? Thank you, Bill. Thanks, Bob. It definitely, I'm going to tell you, it feels, some people won't understand this, but honestly, I feel better emotionally, mentally, physically, the whole nine because of the weight loss. I've been a happier person, and I know it's because of that. I'm not slumping around like I was when I get out trapping. Sure, I'll get out of breath because I am working my tail off. But at the same time, I know that when I first started doing all this, I would have been out of breath within seconds of doing this stuff. So Yeah, it's been great. I know all this work's going to pay off, and even this winter, I'm not going to take shortcuts. If I have to drag that sled a long ways to get to a good fishing spot, by God, I'm going to do it because I know I'm going to lose weight in the process. So it's all good. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like that, but again, once you catch them, you're gonna have trap circles. If they're good, I guess it depends on what kind of trails you're talking about. The trails that I'm used to are really nice, wide trails going through the grass and stuff. If you catch a coon in there and he does his catch circle, that's gonna tear it all to heck. It's gonna be messed up. Um, I don't know. Trust me, normally I have triples and doubles too, but the places I was trapping after I caught the coons, there were no more coon tracks. So there's not that many coons where I'm at. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Yeah, the 160s are the way to go. I just ordered some. A lot of people, I hate that we can't use 220s anymore on dry land, but I did order 160s the other day, and those will be going out this week too. I'm really hoping they get here in time because this week with the warm up, them coons are going to be going crazy, and I'm really hoping to get them set. So, dang, good job, Bill. Yeah, I know how that goes, man. The reason I gained all this to begin with though was I hurt my back. I ended up having back surgery, and as outdoorsy as I am, I was actually put down for a while, and I was actually stuck in my room. I was playing games. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I could really do because I couldn't. I had to lay on my I had to lay a certain way with a pillow for a long time, and it was just stupid. So I was stuck. But see, that's what I thought too, Swampy. But I don't know. John Coretti told me that was a no. I'm gonna hit. I'll look it over again in the book. But yeah, he said anything bigger than 6x6, I think, is the 160s. He said anything bigger than that you can't do. So even private, he said it didn't matter. Because I've done it before, but yeah, the tree stand fall was bad too. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, but honestly, if I played video games are an addiction. I'm going to say this right now. They are in their own separate addiction category from the outdoors. If you get addicted to playing a video game, and I know this firsthand, you want to stay inside, you want to play that video game. It's usually what's on your mind. I was a gamer as a little kid. It's what you usually think about, it's what you want to do. You end up not wanting to fish. I mean, it takes away that push that you want to get out and fish and hunt, and you don't end up having it anymore. If I started playing a video game right now, I would be addicted to that. I wouldn't be out doing what I'm doing. So that's what it is. I mean, you would find reasons to say, you know what, the weather's not that great today. I'm just going to stay inside and play a video game instead of, every single day I'm out no matter what because I want to be, because I'm out there doing what I want to do in the outdoors. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't miss. There are some really cool things out there, but yeah, I don't know, Swampy. I'm not sure. What sucks is, especially with our them and not tell us. If they change a deer hunting law, they make it a big point to put it at the very beginning of the book. Hey, this changed. Trap, they don't care. They expect us to read the whole book every season, and we pretty much have to know exactly what's going on. And yeah, I've noticed some changes. Well, actually, one change that I do like, that I've started doing. I didn't know that legally, if we're running kill traps, let's say all our traps that we have set out, if I have 100 traps set, all conibears and drowners, if I had footholds set on drowning rods that I know the animals are going to be dead when I get there, I don't have to check those every day. I did not know they changed that law. Used to be every single day was, it was always a 24-hour check law. It changed. Don't ask me when, but now you don't have to check them all the time if it's a kill trap. That's cool to me, especially with the stupid gas being the way it is. I can go out. I'll never give it 3 days because honestly, to me, that's too much. I don't want the meat to go bad because I do eat them. So every time I'll give it 2 days. I'll set the traps one day, skin the animals the next day, check the traps the next day. It's something like that. So, but yeah, they change our laws a lot and never warn us. Yeah, it sucks, Bob. It can be, yeah, depressing. That's totally true. Totally true, dude. I like that, Luke. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got a PS4, so and I'm more of a collector than anything. I have a lot of games, but I just don't play them. I mean, my favorite are obviously hunting and fishing games. It's weird. If I'm not out actually doing it, I'd like to do it inside. So don't ask me why. No, that's true, Scott. Totally true, brother. I mean, that's especially technology in general. I mean, yeah, there's been some plus sides to it all, but at the same time, there's a lot of some people just don't even go outside anymore because they've got stuff to do on the internet all the time. So I agree, Bob. Yeah, that's true, Swampy. Yep, I agree. Even if it's not the law, the early season, you definitely don't want to be leaving them because it's too warm. They're not going to be any good after a day. That's just ignorance right there to leave them like that. And I know there's probably people that do, but it's a waste. It really is. But yeah, this time of year, I don't mind leaving a second day at all. That's no big deal because that water's ice cold. Those animals are fine. Everyone that I've skinned out has been totally fresh, just cold, perfect. So I never had Saturn. I never played that one. Yeah, that is a problem, Bill. That I've thought about that before, but the thing is, too, though, trapping this time of year, people got to be pretty ballsy to go out in that cold weather, the cold water. The only people that would really do it would be just a dirtbag trapper. Somebody that didn't care about ethics or anything. Which there are people like that. I've ran into a few, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Usually you can tell if somebody's messing with your traps. If you go out and you check and first 10, 12 traps are set off with nothing in them, or if you see boot prints, obviously, it tells you something's going on. So, and if that's the case, yes, I will, and I'll probably try to hunt the person down. So, hey, Shane, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Brooklyn. No, I know, Luke. Same here, and it's funny to talk about that kind of stuff because kids sometimes they think we're crazy when we mention that kind of thing, or the fact that we didn't have cell phones back in the day. Like my first internet was oh, what was that called? Something TV. Um, I can't think of the name. It was a box that you had to plug in to the TV. I can't think of the name of it. It was stupid and took forever, but that was our first internet. Yeah, yep, I agree, Swampy. Yep. But I don't, 2 days, I just don't trust people enough to leave my stuff alone. If for 2 days or on that second day check, yeah, I got no problem with that. But yeah, 3 days I think is kind of pushing it. Somebody might go out and eventually be like, oh, nobody's checking their traps and start grabbing everything. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree, Swampy. Yep, I've had 3 stolen this year, so that's funny, Bob. The old Motorola. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Now I am going to show you these are some more of my favorites. These are their plastics. These are the RBM Jigs floppy bodies. These ones here, are probably going to be my favorite. And I think, and this is because the fact that they're shaped like a minnow. I think if you put your hook, especially those little jig heads, you put them right through the tip of that thing and jig them, I think they're going to look just like a minnow. So I really think these are going to be great for walleye, pike, steelhead, you name it. I think everything's going to hit these. Even in the summer, I think they're going to work as like a leech imitation. But yeah, the warning on the back is pretty cool. RBM jigs, never need live bait again. Sick of running to the bait shop before each trip out on the ice? Worry no longer. Our soft plastics are ultra flexible, highly durable, and require no refrigeration. Just toss a pack in your pocket and away you go. Our tantalizing soft plastics and specially formulated scents combine to form the perfect panfish destroyer. Yeah, these things are going to kill. They really are. I've never been a true believer in plastics, especially through the ice. But I'm telling you right now, this winter, I am going to try to use nothing but their stuff. I'm not even going with live bait. Of course, obviously on the tip ups, I will. I'm still going to have minnows out on the tip ups. But hi, Line and Lure, how you doing? Yeah, see, that's definitely a plus to private land. I wish I had some good private land around to do that, but oh yeah, I agree, Jason. And like you said, Luke, bam, made in Michigan. They're made down in Grand Rapids. Um, Excellent products. Like anything Michigan made, because I'm Michigan made. Also, guys, we've got these. I think these are really cool. These are almost like a wiggler imitation. These are going to be great too, especially because they've got all these little legs. And I know for a fact that these baits are really soft, really stretchy. So when you use these in the water, those legs are they're gonna move. When you jig them, you're gonna get a little bit of wiggle on those legs, and that right there is gonna draw some crazy bites. They've got all different colors. I've got the pink on here on the front only because I've been showing these off at some businesses lately, and they kind of mixed up my bags. But yeah, you've got all these different colors. Personally, I think my favorite is the pink, and where was it? Seen it a minute ago. Where'd it go? Oh, the chartreuse with sparkles. I think that's going to be a good one too. But yeah, these lures are going to be good. And like I said, guys, any of this stuff here, you can get a 10% discount just using my code, all capital letters, LToutdoors. Get you a 10% discount code on any of these RBM lures. Yeah, dead sticks are great. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I've always been I love live bait, but again, like they say on our little warning here, you got to worry about keeping it alive. You got to worry about keeping it fresh. If it's not, you're always going to the store to buy new stuff. If I can figure ways to make the fish smash these as much as they do live bait, that's awesome. I don't have to freeze my hand anymore in a minnow bucket. I've never been one to complain about waxworm dust in my pocket. Usually works as a hand warmer, but wouldn't have to deal with that either. Also got these ones here with these little wiggle tails on them. I think those are going to be good. They're kind of a waxworm imitation. And again, all different colors. They've got just excellent colors for all these. Yeah, any of you that use my discount code, I don't know what it does. I think, when you use my discount code, it'll probably pop up that mine was used, and it probably helps me some way or another, just telling them, hey, look, people are buying because of LT Outdoors. So it's all good. Any of you that buy from them, please use my discount code because I appreciate that. Oh, man, you kidding me, Terry? Okay. I would honestly choose, if it was me, I would go Northwest. Yep, I would go Northwest for sure. Last year, especially, the big walleyes are all in the winter. They are piled on that Northwest side. The crappie are on the Northwest. you'll have a little bit of a walk depending on where you're at, but you'll be on the right side of the lake at least to get to them crappies. So if you are there, let me know and I will show you where to go on them fish. Because yeah, the Northwest is good. Southeast, on the other hand, is where I'm usually fishing, only because I got no place to go to get on Northwest. But as you've seen, I do good on Northeast too. So you can choose wherever you want. The entire lake is good. But if I personally had the choice, I would go Northwest for sure. Oh, I know. It's going to be great, Luke. I can't either, man. To be able to watch all these on the camera, especially, I was just getting ready to show these ones. This is going to be another one that is just going to look outstanding underwater. It's like a kind of like a tadpole. That little tail, you know, that's going to wiggle like crazy. I think between this and the minnow looking one are probably going to be the top two for these, and they're all scented. Usually, I don't know what it means by scented, but every one that I've ever smelled, they've got, I don't know how they do this, it's magic of the trade, but they smell like worm dirt, which is cool because, I mean, what doesn't like worms, right? Yeah, underwater footage of all this stuff in action is going to be cool. I'll probably make some advertisements for Lake Effect to show them off. Yeah, here's a lime green with sparkles. I mean, that's just, to me, these are excellent. I cannot wait to watch I know those big perch and stuff are going to gulp these babies right up. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, because I haven't really showed it off yet, this hoodie that I got here, this is Lake Effect Lures 2. It says limits in an hour, and then it's got an ice hole in the middle, and it says call it fast food. I love this. They have a whole big selection of hoodies and stuff on the website, but this is by far my favorite one. And then it's got down the arm here, it's got Lake Effect, and it says bring the storm. You want to say hi to everybody, don't you? I love you too. Yeah, Ruby had to come in and say hi to everybody. And then, like I said, my hat too, guys. The one, this says I slay, for those of you that were wondering, like I slay fish. And it's really warm. You can get it in all different color combinations. I just like this black and gray. But yeah, everybody says hey, Ruby. Everybody says hey, Ruby. They all love you. Can't wait to see you out ice fishing too, because you're going to be out ice fishing for sure. Oh, okay, a couple days. Still, though, that's what I would choose, and I think you're going to do really good. Yeah, they do. I agree, Luke. Especially, like I mentioned in my little video for the opening the other day, there's a huge difference between soft plastics and plastics. Like, I do not like, I consider them like gummy bears. There's, gummy bears and chewy bears, even though they don't call them that. Got to have some soft plastics. The softer, the better, as long as they don't rip. Hey, Neil. Oh, man, it's going to be great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, buddy. It's I think you're going to love them. Everything that I have received from them is just excellent. Their quality. These are those eye catchers again. I mean, they're just like jigging Rapalas, except I think they're going to jig better in the water because they're sleeker. You're going to get a better jig out of them. Everybody says, hey, Rube. Yeah, Ruby wants the hoodie too. Yeah, she wants attention. She can't stand it when I'm not giving her all my attention. She's usually playing with me. I'll be sitting in my chair. She brings me toys and wants me to pull on them. And well, thanks. Here I am calling you Neil. How's it going, brother? Yeah, the hoodie, man. I like the idea. Limits in an hour. Call it fast food. Plus, it's warm. It's really warm. She's got a ball. I've been wearing this thing everywhere. Also, the hat, I absolutely love. So, yeah, it's been really great. But yeah, Christmas is soon. Yep, I agree. And I'll tell you guys, you want two hoodies. All this Lake Effect stuff and RBM jigs, they got all these great tungstens. I recommend them. You want to get stocking stuffers, you want to get something for your loved one that enjoys the outdoors, or just stuff for yourself for ice fishing season, get this stuff. Use my discount code, all caps, LToutdoors. Get yourself a 10% discount. Order a bunch of great fishing stuff. You are going to see this winter, I am going to be hammering all kinds of fish with this. What's going on, Dan? You must be just coming in from plucking a million birds. Hey, Dave, what's going on, dude? Hey, Dawson, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Mossy. Yeah, while I got everybody on here, I will show off these rods again because I showed them earlier in the segment, but a lot of you would miss it, and I don't want to make you have to, even though it looks good for me, I don't want to make you have to rewatch my live because that can be kind of boring probably. I wish they would keep everybody's chat up afterwards because at least then people could see what everybody's talking about. I wish you did too, Luke. What's funny is another friend of mine ordered the other day and he never asked for the code first. And after he ordered, I'm like, oh, dude, I could have given you this code, you know, and that would help me out. And, you're killing me, Dan. Killing me. I got my first triple curl yesterday, and I'm getting that mounted, but that was the only bird I got. Good question, Dave. My favorite line, and this is actually not just for panfish or walleye. This is all around. I use this for even pike. I literally, this is all I keep on my. I always have 2 rods in the shanty with me, and then obviously my ice rods, or you know, tip up rods and stuff. But I personally love 4-pound test. I use 4-pound Berkeley ice line, and that's all I use, dude. I get everything on it. Big steelhead. You know, I got my 28-inch brown on 4-pound. I mean, it's all. I've had so many people rip on me for seeing me in my videos playing the drag, but as I've mentioned, man, that is what it's for. You have to play that drag, and 4-pound test, you're going to catch a lot more line shy fish than you are if you're using, let's say, 6 or 8. I really love 4-pound test. That is honestly, in my book, that's all that's needed for ice fishing season. I guess unless you're targeting nothing but pike. But yeah, as far as shy walleyes in the more water, they're not shy of that 4-pound test. So, and actually like light tackle with them to like to use smaller stuff. I've caught walleye. Yeah, don't miss it. It's coming, Luke. It's coming. It was actually here for a little bit, and then it disappeared. So I wasn't lying. Yeah, I can. Link in the description. It's I think the link is actually, I think it's in the description. I put the I know I put the website, lakeeffectlures.com, and then discount code, because I can't change it while I. Yeah, this is that's the information right there for you. Yeah, 4-pound, man. That's the way to go. I totally get it. Yeah, I wouldn't go lighter. I wouldn't go lighter. I've used 2. I've used 1 year. I thought I'd be cool and use 1. Bad idea. You set the hook too hard on a perch, you're toast. 4 is the way to go. That is all you need. Yeah, no problem, Shane. This one right here, guys, this is the panty popper. Okay, this is the other day when I did my video, I was able to show you the panty stopper. This is the other rod, though. I have not got to show this off yet. This was not in a video, so you didn't get to see this. But I love the color. The baby blue, like robin's egg blue, is one of my favorite colors. Again, both of these rods are set up so that you can tighten the reel down with the handle tip, the butt of the rod. I mean, that is great. Look at the flex on this thing. I mean, that is just awesome right there. This is going to be a very fun rod. This thing right here, the panty popper, is going to be more of a, like, this is a super ultra light. This is, going to be a lot of fun, but yet you've got enough backbone to keep the fish on. You're not going to lose the fish because of too light. This is to me a perfect rod. This other rod, the panty stopper, I showed in my video opening the other day. Now this one I think is going to be good all around for walleye and everything because it's got a little extra backbone and the rod tip works like a spring bobber. Well, yeah, the orange one, I love, they're both beautiful, but yeah, this orange one here, for those of you interested in fishing for walleye and stuff like that, this one's a little heavier. This is an ultralight. The other one's a super ultralight. So this one here, you're still getting a lot of good flex, especially at the tip. That tip is extremely, look at that. It is extremely light, but that's great because that's going to tell you all the slightest bites right there. But yet it quickly turns into some strong backbone. So I'm telling you, you get yourself hooked up into you can see right there where the backbone really starts. This will be a good rod all around. I think for pike, walleye, the steelhead that I get, again, it's just the same way too. I just love how that is. That's a cool invention, the way they got that. And I love that color right there with the fiberglass. Obviously, it's for those of you that didn't know, that is so you can hook your lure. I recommend doing that instead of on the eyelets because the eyelets can crack and mess them up. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, these are going to be excellent. These are the best rods I've ever had in my life. I could not be happier. I also want to tell you that I will be on Michigan Outdoors this year at least once, maybe more than once. So it's going to be, and I could not have gotten where I am right now without all of you. I want to make that clear as day. You guys are the reason that I'm able to keep going. You're the reason that I keep pushing forward and the reason that my dreams are coming to be and it's all because of you. But this season, yeah, I'm going to be on Michigan Outdoors at least one time. They are going to let me promote the channel on there, which is going to be just awesome. I'm pretty excited about that, but yeah, I might be on there more than once even. I might be doing a trout episode through the ice and also a ambassador get together in the UP. So it's going to be a good time. You guys don't want to miss out. Please, if you haven't already, tell your friends, tell your family, anybody that's into the outdoors, tell them about my channel. As I mentioned earlier, if I can hit 4,000, which I'm getting so darn close, I'm like 94 away or something. If I can hit 4,000 by New Year's, I will do a big old giveaway for you guys. So I'll make it worth your time. But I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Yeah, I'll have to show you guys how to do that too. I'll do a quick video on how I spool them. It's not hard, especially today with the way they make the spools. I think they've got the easy boxes with the hole already in them. It's a lot easier than it used to be. Yeah, the fans are amazing. I love each and every one of you. Well, thank you, Bob. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I had a chance to be on Michigan Outdoors. I think it's been 4 years ago, but they wanted to name the place I was at, and it was one of the only places that I will never name. And I told them that. I'm like, listen, I can't. You guys have to try and keep it secret. They couldn't do it. So I'm like, that's fine. I can't tell. So yeah, I'm happy and proud to be on it this year. Hopefully it can become a thing, and maybe every year I'll be on it. Who knows? It's going to be so much fun. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate that. Thanks, Shane. Thanks. I can't, as soon as I find out about it, I'll be letting you guys know, when it is and all that good stuff. Now, I do have a video coming out soon that some of you I'm noticing not everybody knows what they are. But I did catch my first ermine of the season the other day. If you don't know what an ermine is, it is the short-tailed weasel. In the wintertime, they turn white and they get a black tip on their tail. I've had weasel boxes out now for I don't know, a couple weeks, and I finally got a weasel. The weather's been kind of screwy, but I'm working on a video right now to show you guys how to go about catching weasels. Super easy, super fun. If you want to get into any kind of trapping, I recommend starting with either muskrats, coons, or weasels. Weasels are something you can do right from your vehicle. So let's say you're not that ambitious, you don't want to get out, put the work in, wandering through the woods, wandering through swamps, crap like that. If you don't want to kill yourself out there, weasel traps are the way to go. You can put them in ditches, you can put them along roadsides, you can put them by ponds. There's a lot of ways to do it, but I'm gonna teach you guys. I'm gonna do a video on how to do it for those of you that didn't know. I did order a bunch of these. Usually I use regular old rat traps because they work good. They work fine. I've been using them for years. These are a new thing here. Wolf Creek Outdoors. I think they're out of Canada, but they're making this new weasel trap. And it's cool because when you set this weasel trap, this actually sits up kind of high, which at first I thought was a problem. I thought I actually bent the first one down. I'm like, that's too high. Well, then when you bend it down, it doesn't stay, it won't set. It'll keep falling down and keep setting off. This is actually perfect because I make these weasel boxes so the weasel has to climb into the box. And when he does, he has to get over this to get to the bait that's in the back. This high step here, he's just going to jump right on that. And when he does, obviously, it's going to go off and nab him. So I'm really excited to show you guys how all this works. I think you're going to enjoy it. Weasel trapping has been something that it's been an addiction of mine for years. They're not worth a ton, but you know, for the size, they're only about that big, head to tail. You get $2, and that's for not skinning them. That's bringing them in whole. You could fill a bread bag with weasels, take them to your local fur buyer. You can make $20. You can make, you get 10 of them, you get $20. I mean, there's some money to be had there. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thanks, Swampy. Thanks. Yeah, it definitely is, man. It's definitely it's a step in the right direction for everything that I've ever wanted to be. So it's true, Swampy. It is true, but there is, like I said, there are ways to do it easily, though. Weasel trapping's one of them, or another good way to trap without killing yourself is bucket sets for coons. I could show you how to do bucket sets. Super easy. That's another one that's really doesn't take much to work. So, okay, and I mean, even if I ever make it to 10,000, I'm gonna be stoked. But even the fact that I'm so close to 4 right now blows me away. I am, every day I see that thing climb a little, and and I want you guys to know, every single one of you that has ever, and like I said, I love each and every one of you. Much respect for everything you've done for me. Yeah, I'll tell you, this is not one to mess around with. Funny thing is, I told you I used to use the rat ones. This is more powerful. It takes a lot more to set that. That's more powerful than a rat one. So yeah, you don't want to get caught with that. Absolutely, Shane. It'll, especially for some of the people that don't watch YouTube much, they might be like, oh, maybe I got to check this guy out. Thank you, Bob. That is true, Swamp, I recommend weasel trapping, and like I said, I'm gonna do videos on how to start it all. Super easy to do, even to get bait. I'm using beaver, like excess beaver meat, like some of the junk stuff with fat, or excess rat meat. But you can go get cheap steaks, like those flank steaks, or just some of the real tough stuff from the store. Cut them up into pieces. Boom, you got a pile of bait right there. Because it only takes like a cube in the back of that box to draw them weasels. Yeah, she definitely is. Thanks, Shane. Thank you, Art. Yeah, it definitely should, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Yeah, rat meat's good, and I eat a lot of it. But like I said, though, at the same time, man, for using for bait, it's hard to beat. Yeah. Well, you could also use chicken livers and stuff, but I'm telling you, I have never done too good without bloody meat. I need red bloody meat. This is the way to go. But I'm going to get off of here, guys. My time is up. I am trying to do an hour and a half every single weekend for you guys, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and please tell your family, tell your friends, anybody you know that likes the outdoors, have them check out the channel. If they hate it, they hate it. They like it, they like it. But I really appreciate anything, and if I can hit that 4,000, I only need, I think, 94. If I can hit that by the first of the year, I'll do a big old giveaway for you guys. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for all that you do. I will be seeing you again next weekend before Christmas. I'll be chatting with you next Sunday. I hope you guys all have a great week, and hopefully the ice will be coming soon, and that'll be the next chat. So stay safe, guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I'll be chatting with you soon.